Love you, Swami.
A long time ago, there was an old farmer named Taro. He lived in a village in Japan. Near Taro's house, there was a wide, wet swamp where many wild ducks came to rest. Farmer Taro had made a trap out of rope and he caught a duck almost every day. Taro was very greedy and one night he thought to himself, "After all, one duck a day isn't so much. How clever it would be to catch a whole lot of fine ducks at one time." So he made a great big trap out of a long piece of rope and fixed it so that he could catch many ducks at the same time. Early in the morning the next day, Taro put out his new trap in the swamp. He held on to the end of the trap and hid behind a tree to wait for the ducks to come. And then all at once, a big flock of ducks flew down from the sky and landed right in the trap. Tug, twitch, jerk, pull. Old Taro could see that he was catching many ducks and he could feel them getting caught in the trap. Look how many I've caught! Ha ha! He cried, jumping up and down with glee. About an hour later, when the sun was high in the sky, the ducks were ready to fly away. Suddenly, whoosh! And they all flew up into the sky at the same time. Oh! Old Taro was so surprised he hung on tight to the end of his rope and got carried right up into the sky with all of the ducks. The whole flock of ducks did not know they were in a trap and they flew together in one group way up high. And the poor farmer Taro was terribly frightened, hanging onto the rope while being carried along in the air. On and on they flew, over mountains and tall buildings. Finally, they passed over a strange village where there was a tall green pagoda with 5 roofs. "Help! Help! Help me, someone!" Soon a great crowd of people gathered around the bottom of the pagoda. They were certainly surprised and began talking all at once. "How did he ever get up there? Didn't you see the dogs carrying him? What can we do to help him get down?" After thinking it over, they brought a big wide piece of cloth and all of them held on to it and stretched it tight so that Taro could jump down into it. Then they all shouted up at him, "Jump down, jump into this cloth, jump." Taro looked down and was so frightened that his knees shook. But finally he closed his eyes tight and jumped. He was lucky and landed right in the middle of the cloth. Bumpity bump. Just at that last bump, Taro opened his eyes and what do you think? He was home, safe in his bed. All this flying with ducks had been a bad dream. But the dream seemed so real that it cured Farmer Taro of being so greedy. After that, he never trapped any ducks at all and became a nice, kind gentleman. The expectation for more and more is the characteristic of the mind. And our mind always tends to be discontent with what it has. We tend to let go of many good things which could have given us a similar satisfaction and made us happy. Let us try to be happy and content with what we have. Sai Ram.